youngest in the NHL, or do they feel more like a veteran?
We are who we are. I mean, the league is young. It's gotten younger, and I'm very comfortable starting the season and what we have here. I think you add some more youth as we're trying to make the right steps here. You grow together. So I feel really good about our club.
John, following up on that question, what do you take away from last year's playoffs? I know you're a little disappointed it lasted a little longer, but what's the positives you take away from last year?
Oh, I thought we checked a lot of boxes. We only played five games, but I thought we checked a lot of boxes as far as some of the youth and the experience in the playoffs. A lot of guys first time. You know, quite honestly, one of the boxes I didn't think I'd have to check was our goaltending, and that struggled a bit. I think that's a little bit of a force here for Bob as we start this season. So in kind of a bad way, I think it's a good thing for us here because I know how Bob thinks. But as far as the youth, as far as not testing the waters and trying to make a difference, I thought we did some really good things. Quite honestly, I thought we outplayed them for a number of minutes. But again, it's a game of results, and we only play 10 days. They go on to win it.
You've had all training camp and preseason games to assess. How has Nick looked, how he's moving back to center ice?
Nick Foligno? Oh, he's fine. I think he's played well. He's willing. He's just a good player. He had one of his best years. I wasn't here, but that year he was playing a lot of center. So I don't think that's been an adjustment for him at all.
John, I was just wondering how you feel this year's team is improved over a year ago.
I don't know. We haven't played yet.
Okay.
You know, so I'm just as anxious to see. We can talk about what we did last year, what's expected this year. I can't comment on it because I haven't seen them play. That's what's so fun about tonight is it's not exhibition. You can't tell much through that either. I'm anxious to see, as not just tonight, as we start the first quarter of the season, see where we've grown, maybe see where we have a few defects that we have to fix, and some of our strengths. But we're not going to find that out for another few weeks here. But I'm just glad we're playing the real stuff tonight.
Werenski's second year, John.
Who?
Werenski.
Yeah.
His second year. Some guys do well, some guys don't do well. Any concerns?
None. He's a hell of a player. He's got a hell of a head on his shoulders as far as how to handle things. I'm not concerned about anything as far as second year. He's more prepared this year than he was last.
George, you've been through this so many times. Is there a crapshoot element to your first game? Just because you've been off for a week, guys are coming in.
There's a crapshoot in every game.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going to happen. There are so many things. That's what's so great about the league. There are so many different ways to win games when you really don't deserve it. And there's so many ways you lose games when you don't deserve it. You never know what's going to happen each and every night. So that's why we just concentrate on our concept, on what we need to do. Hopefully we execute and keep banging away. It's not just the opening night. It's every game. You never know. Look what happened in Chicago. You just never know what's going to happen. And I think that's one of the biggest keys. I think one of our strengths from last year was no matter how well we were playing or how bad we were playing, I thought we really learned how to just keep a flat line and get ready for each and every day. I think this year that's even more important, is keeping a flat line. And the thing that we need to improve on the most, and especially dealing with a young team, and something I have to watch, is just handling momentums of games. When the game's going our way or when it's getting away from us, how you handle those situations. Do we always have to make an offensive play, or we just make a simple play and maybe fight another day, the next shift? I think those are the things I'm going to look for with our club, because that's where youth is. That's I think momentums and understanding the ebbs and flows of game is very important.
John, what have you seen in camp from Sonny Milano, and what do you need to see from him?
He's at a great camp. Yeah, he's at a great camp. We all know his skill level. He has certainly shown that during camp. But the most impressive thing for me, Arthur, with him is that I think he's beginning to understand just what I said. It doesn't always have to be a 20-foot saucer through 3 people to get it to that guy. Sometimes it may just be a chip up the wall, and I'll fight another day. I'll just make a safe play. That's been a great improvement in his game, and he's understanding that you do have to stop sometimes. He likes to roll and keep on moving, as all players do. I think the game has kind of gotten away from stopping and starting in quite a bit of the game, but in our end zone, stopping and starting is very important. I think he's learned that too, so he's in better defensive position. That's what's going to get him the minutes with me, is if he's able to do those things, and then he can take off with his skill and do whatever the hell he wants.
John Dubois will make his NHL debut tonight. What did you see in camp that gives you confidence he'll manage?
Who?
Pierre Dubois.
Luke. Yes. No, Luke. I thought, as I said, through camp, he was overwhelmed last year. It's a camp, as you guys know, it's a high volume of skating those first 4 or 5 days. I don't think he ever got caught up after that. It was unfair to him, his first camp, because we played early exhibition games right away, where he was tired, and I think he came in with more confidence. He had a really good year. Has played with some really big people, some big tournaments along the way as he's developed. And I just felt he was much more confident this year. And he deserves to be in the lineup. And I'm excited for him. I really am. To see if you could have seen his look when we told him he's here, you'd be excited for him too. So yeah, those are some of the good things for coaches, when you're able to say something nice about someone and say you're here instead of saying, no, you're going to Cleveland. Or it was the look on his face. I'm thrilled for him.
Were you saying anything to him tonight?
Not a word. Not a word. No, they're not going to listen. No one's going to hear anything tonight. I have a 5:30 meeting, probably take about 15 minutes. They'll listen for about 30 seconds, and they won't hear anything else. They won't. So we're going to let them play.
John, what's really impressed you about Gabriel Carlson being able to make it as a 6th defenseman as a rookie, and how does that speak to your depth on the blue line?
Yeah, he's not afraid to make a mistake. Came in last year from over in Sweden and played a few games, went to Cleveland, played a few games, and then I stuck him into a top 6 role against Pittsburgh. Didn't bat an eye, understands the positioning, takes up a lot of space with that body, can move a puck. I'm going to, as we get going during the year, I'm going to put a little pressure on him to try to create more offense in his game as far as being up the ice. But to me, he's unflappable as far as the toughest position to play. If a mistake is made, it doesn't take him, as it does with a lot of players at that position, 3 or 4 shifts to get his game back. He just goes out and plays. He turned one over, I forget what team it was, against Pittsburgh, where he brought it into our end zone. Someone stripped him. Crosby bangs one off the crossbar. He came to the bench and sat down and just got ready to play his next shift. You can tell that he understands that you just need to take each shift at a time. He's been very well coached, I'm sure. I'm not sure who coached him. His positioning is really, really good. Good. Thanks, guys.